From remote times, an enigma has spanned the centuries, filled with hidden symbols, invisible battles, and a divine calling intended solely for those who have been chosen. If the letter M or the crescent moon stands out on the palm of your hand, know that you may bear a spiritual seal that links your existence to a mission far greater than you imagine. Those who bear this mark are not here by chance. They are part of a silent legion, a group that has always sensed a uniqueness in their path, something that drives them to seek deeper answers, to question reality, and to walk a path of light amidst darkness. Have you realized that your journey has always been full of challenges that seem to serve a greater purpose, as if every experience were preparing you for something extraordinary? This is not a mere coincidence, but rather a sign that you belong to a community of souls destined to fulfill a divine purpose. Archangel Michael, the imposing leader of the celestial armies, summons his warriors to awaken and to become aware of their mission. This message is addressed to those who have been destined to be guides, protectors, and bearers of light in a world undergoing an intense transformation. In this video, hidden secrets about that enigmatic mark will be revealed, and it will be explained why it represents power, protection, and spiritual leadership. You will discover how to activate your true essence and recognize your role in the invisible battle unfolding around us. Before we continue, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, as here we share messages capable of transforming lives and guiding the way toward each person's spiritual mission. If this message touches your soul, leave the number 55 in the comments, for that number symbolizes spiritual renewal and reinforces your connection with that sacred energy. Prepare yourself, because what you are about to learn could radically change the way you perceive your existence. We live in a universe of opposites, where light and shadow confront each other in ways that are not always perceptible. While many go through life without questioning the reality around them, some feel a deep unease, as if there were something beyond what the eyes can capture. If you bear the letter M or the crescent moon on your hands, that sensation may be even more intense, since your spirit is intrinsically linked to Archangel Michael's call. This archangel not only directs the celestial armies, but also summons the chosen ones to protect the light and preserve the spiritual balance on earth. The battle is not fought on the physical plane, but rather in the subtle fields of consciousness, where invisible energies influence thoughts, emotions, and even the destiny of countless people. If you feel that your life has been marked by challenges that test your faith and resilience, do not see them as punishments, but rather as spiritual training. The chosen face trials from childhood, experiences that forge their character and strengthen their mission. Perhaps you have noticed that in moments of difficulty, something seemed to shelter you, guiding your steps even when all seemed lost. That protection is no accident. It is Archangel Michael himself who walks by your side, manifesting in the subtle signs of everyday life, in the intuitions that warn of danger, in the coincidences that point to the right path, and in the inner strength that emerges in the most challenging moments. However, assuming this mission requires responsibility, Michael's call is not limited to personal protection. It is an invitation to become a beacon for those who are still lost. This means being an example of courage, truth, and integrity, even when the world tries to drag you into darkness. The question arises, are you prepared to answer this call? Are you willing to embrace your true essence and use your strength to fulfill the purpose entrusted to you? Not every preparation takes place on visible battlefields. True spiritual warriors are forged in silence, in the daily resistance against challenges that at first glance may seem like common obstacles. But for those who carry Archangel Michael's mission, every difficulty is a test that strengthens the soul and prepares it for something superior. If the mark of the crescent moon or the letter M adorns your hands, this may be a sign that your path has never been ordinary. From a very early age, you may have felt that your experiences were more intense, that your trials surpassed those of others, but that does not mean that you have been forgotten or punished. On the contrary, you were chosen for a grand purpose, and your preparation began even before you realized it. The training of a chosen one is not imposed by external forces, but guided by life itself. Perhaps you have faced profound losses, periods of inexplicable loneliness, or moments when everything seemed to crumble. But upon reflection, you understand that each stage strengthens something within you, your faith, your patience, and your resilience. This happens because the true warrior of Michael does not only fight external enemies, but also his own inner shadows, fear, doubt, and despair. Every feeling arises to be overcome, and with every internal victory, you become stronger, more aligned with your mission, and more capable of being a beacon for those who have not yet awakened. As you progress along your path, you may notice a presence accompanying you, guiding your steps and replenishing your energy. That presence is real. Archangel Michael never abandons the members of his spiritual army. In moments of uncertainty, he sends signs, dreams, and coincidences that confirm you are on the right path. The question remains, have you been attentive to those signs? Have you been able to identify the moments when your energy was renewed, even when all seemed lost? The silent training of the chosen is arduous, but those who complete it discover that they are not merely survivors. They are warriors willing to fulfill their mission. As spiritual gifts manifest, many understand that their path transcends self-knowledge and is directed toward service. There is a silent call that resonates within each one to protect and heal. Nevertheless, this mission is not limited to grand feats or spectacular miracles. It is revealed in the simplest gestures, in words of comfort for those who suffer, in the serene presence amidst chaos, in the ability to transform pain into hope. Those who are part of Archangel Michael's spiritual army are frequently sought after by friends, family, and even strangers who feel an inexplicable sense of security in their presence. Although many may not understand the reason, they instinctively approach the chosen ones in search of strength, guidance, and relief. This happens because the energy of these Michael warriors not only protects but also radiates peace and clarity to those who are lost. However, this mission carries enormous responsibility. Just as the chosen channel light and healing, they can also become targets for energies that attempt to weaken them. Therefore, maintaining a routine of spiritual protection is essential. Daily prayers, strengthening of faith, practices of introspection, and distancing oneself from negative influences are fundamental steps to ensure that your light continues to shine without fading. Protecting and healing is not limited to helping others. It is also vital to know when to take care of yourself. Many of the chosen are so sensitive that they can unconsciously absorb others' emotions and pain, which can lead to exhaustion, inexplicable sadness, or a sense of spiritual fatigue. The solution is not to close your heart, but to learn to channel that energy in a balanced way. The mission to protect and heal is a sacred calling, and those who accept it understand that every act of kindness resonates far beyond what is visible. Every soul comforted, every word of hope, and every gesture of compassion make the world a more luminous place. The question that remains is, have you recognized that inner gift? Do you feel the need to help, even if you do not fully understand why? If the answer is affirmative, perhaps now is the time to accept your mission and allow your light to reach those who need it most. True leaders do not seek recognition or power. Rather, they unknowingly become sources of light for those around them. Those who bear the letter M or the crescent moon naturally carry that inner strength. They do not impose their leadership, but inspire through their example, their balance, and the wisdom acquired along the way. In the midst of crises, when everything seems to crumble, these individuals do not allow panic to overtake them. While many only see chaos, the chosen identify opportunities to rebuild, to strengthen, and to inspire hope. This is due to their unique resilience, forged through constant trials and challenges that shape the spirit. Their leadership is manifested both in grand gestures and in everyday attitudes. They are the ones who bring peace where there is despair, find solutions where others see obstacles, and offer the precise words at the right moment, often spontaneously. The chosen become reference points for those around them. However, leading also involves facing resistance. Not everyone will understand your strength, and some may try to diminish or challenge your mission. But that should not be seen as an impediment, but rather as a sign that your light is powerful enough to disturb the shadows. The true leader does not impose, but remains steadfast, does not despair, but trusts in the divine flow, does not seek applause, but does what must be done. If you feel that you possess that ability, that your presence brings security, guidance, and clarity to those around you, understand that it is not by chance. Behind every battle fought, every moment of doubt, and every obstacle overcome, lies the promise of personal transformation and the victory of light over any darkness. Those who display the mark of the crescent moon or the letter M instinctively know that their path transcends the individual, encompassing something much greater. The transformation of a chosen one does not occur immediately, but is a continuous process of learning, evolution, and awakening. Every pain overcome strengthens your essence. Every fall teaches a valuable lesson, and every rebirth prepares you even more to fulfill the mission entrusted to you before birth. But how can you use that strength wisely and in harmony with the divine plan? The first step is self-knowledge. The more you understand your essence and recognize your power, the easier it becomes to direct your energies toward what truly matters. The second step consists of spiritual discipline. The daily practice of prayer, meditation, connection with the divine, and acts of kindness are essential to keep your light burning. Finally, the third step is to not be afraid to embrace your mission. The world needs your light, and you were prepared for it. If that call resonates within you and you recognize that strength in your spirit, it is time to leave doubts behind. You are not alone on this path. There are many like you, scattered throughout the world, awakening and preparing for something grand. The time to act is now. The journey of a chosen one is never ordinary. From the very first signs that your life overflows from the conventional to the moment when everything starts to make sense, there is a greater purpose guiding every step. If you feel that call, if you perceive that your intuition is sharper, that your energy positively influences those around you, and that your heart yearns for something beyond the material, know that you are part of something immense. Those who carry the letter M or the crescent moon do not merely possess a bodily mark. They have a spiritual signature, a reminder that they were chosen to walk a special path. However, being chosen does not mean having a life free of challenges. On the contrary, the trials tend to be more intense, the obstacles greater, and the moments of solitude deeper. Yet it is precisely through these experiences that wisdom, resilience, and inner light are strengthened. The struggle is not against the external world, but against your own limitations, persistent fears, and the doubts that try to silence your true essence. Now you understand that you have not come into this world to hide, but to shine. The awakening of a chosen one is a journey that transcends the individual, being a mission to elevate and transform the environment around you. The time to act is immediate. There is no point in carrying this knowledge without putting it into practice. You were called for something greater, and the truth already resides within you. Ask yourself, will you continue ignoring the signs, or are you ready to embrace your true path? If this message has touched your heart, leave the number 55 in the comments and receive a blessing of spiritual strengthening for your path. And if you wish to continue receiving guidance for this mission, subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications. The awakening has already begun. The choice now is yours.